Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Agustina with my student number 2024-32041. And in this time, I would like to explain about my report about dynamic host configuration protocol, domain name system, and hypertext transfer protocol. And we can see in the table of content, we have 3 points of a discussion. For the first one is introduction, theoretical basis, and discussion. For the first discuss, we will talk about the problem. For the first one is how does the concept and mechanism of DHCP work in automatically assigning IP address to network addresses? And the second one, what is the function of DNS in a computer network and how does it play a role in accessing web services using domain names? And the third one, how does the HTTP communication process between a browser and web server work and how is it applied in creating simple web service in local network? Let's talk about the chapter 2. There is theoretical basis. In this chapter, we will talk about the three material. For the first one is IP address structure, and the second one is dynamic host configuration protocol or DHCP. Dynamic host configuration protocol is a protocol that automatically assigns IP numbers to computers that request them. Computers that assign IP numbers are called DHCP servers. And the second one is Domain Name System or DNS. DNS is a protocol responsible for translating domain names into corresponding IP address. And this allows users to access websites using easy to remember domain of name instead of we use IP address. And the last one is Hypertext Transfer Protocol or HTTP. HTTP is a protocol used to transfer data between servers and clients on the web. It is the basis of web communication and it is used to access various types of content. And for the third bab, we will talk about the practicum to apply that DHCP, DNS, and HTTP. And in this practicum, we will apply to the star topology using one server, one switch, and 4 PCs. And for the first one, the first step, we should to set up the network topology, and I took 4 PC, one server, and one switch. Then arrange them to form a star network topology as shown in the screen. And after that, I will add ports to the switch as this topology requires 5 ports on the switch so that it can connect to all components. And to add the ports to the switch, drag the spare port in the main ports of the switch. Before dragging the ports, we must turn off the switch first, and after turning it off, drag the ports and then turn the switch back on. And that's how we add the ports. And then we start to connecting the PC to the switch using copper straight through cable on the PC, and we select fast Ethernet 0, then connect it to the switch with the yellow port, or as you can see, it named fast Ethernet 0/1 and so on. And for the next step, we will talk about how to implement dynamic host configuration protocol in this topology. For the first one, we will determine the server IP and I create the server IP address with the last 2 digits of my student number, which is 41. To do this, click on the server and then you can click the config and go to the IP configuration tab. After that, we will input the IP number and also click the subnet mask and it will automatically fill. And after that, go to the config tab and click the HCP. And first thing first, we have to click it on and then enter the full name, start IP address, and subnet mask. In this practicum, the start IP address begin at 41.2 because 41.1 is already used by the server. So the component that require an IP address will start with the number 2. And after that, the HTTP has been successfully configured on the server, and I will process to automate the IP address on each PC, and this is how we do that. First, click on the desired PC, and then click desktop, and click IP configuration. Then click the HTTP. After that, IP address will be filled automatically. And if you because we have 4 PC, we will do the same thing on the other PC. And the third one is how to implement the DNS or domain name system. To set up DNS, first we have to click the server, then click on config and then click DNS. We must first enable DNS by clicking the on button. And after that, enter the name and address in DNS configuration menu. In accordance with the specific requirement, enter jarcom c32.com and the name field and the previously configured server IP address in the IP address field. This is done to connect the domain name system, and we can check that after this. And for the last one is how to implement hypertext transfer protocol. After the web server has been successfully activated, the next step is configuration HTTP so that it can be accessed via domain name. First, enable HTTP, then enter the word or sentence we want to display in the web browser, and then close the tab. And we will check if the DHCP, DNS, and HTTP has been successfully applied. First, I will check the connection or connectivity between PC. To test this, I perform a ping to command prompt and ping PC0 to the PC with the IP address 41.3, and as a result, PC0 received a reply, which means the PC can communicate now with the other PC. And next, we will check the DNS configuration and HTTP configuration. After the DNS configuration on the server is complete, the next step is to test the DNS, of course. First, open web browser on the PC, then type jarcom c320com and the server IP address 41.1 in the address bar and press enter. If the DNS configuration has been done correctly, the browser will automatically translate the domain name into the server IP address. Next, the request will be direct to HTTP service running on the server. If the test is successful, the web page or HTTP display that was previously configured will appear in the browser. As you can see, it all has been successfully translated into PC0 and PC3, and in this practicum I try into PC. And this is the final look of my topology. And the conclusion for this practicum, based on the result of practicum, it can be concluded that the dynamic host configuration protocol or DHCP service plays an important role in simplifying computer network management. By using DHCP, the process of assigning IP address to client device can be done automatically, and domain name system or DNS on the local network has success in simplifying the process of accessing network services. And also, HTTP was successfully implemented and test via a web browser on a client PC. And this is the reference that I use. And that's all. Thank you for your attention and see you in the next report. Thank you.